So hey everyone, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, then subscribe. Thank you for liking, and thank you above all, thank you for coming back to watch this video. So like I usually give you updates, today I am going to talk about the incredible life of one saint, the priest who bore the wounds of Christ. This is none other than Saint Padre Pio. So today I am going to talk about the incredible life of Saint Padre Pio. What would you like to know about Saint Padre Pio? Which saint would you like to know about? Which religious figure would you want to know about? What faith would you want to know about? Give me that in the comment section. I'm here to serve you. Remember to like this video, remember to share it, and of course save it. And remember to turn on notifications, because this will always help you get the notifications if I happen to upload anything. Well, today we are going to look about a humble Capuchin friar, a man who carried the wounds of Jesus Christ for 50 years, a priest who spent up to 16 hours a day hearing confessions. 16 hours of a day hearing confessions. A miracle worker, a mystic, a spiritual father, Saint Padre Pio. Who was he? How did he receive the wounds of Christ? Why did thousands travel from around the world just to see him? What else? And why does his life continue to inspire millions even after his death? Stay with us until the end, because his story is unlike any other. This is none other than Saint Padre Pio. Remember to subscribe, remember to like and share the video, save it, turn on notifications. Thank you very much. So let's look into the early life of Saint Padre Pio. So Saint Padre Pio was born in Francesco Foggione on May 25th, 1887, in the small farming village of Pietricona near Benevento in southern Italy. His parents, Grazio Foggione and Maria Giuseppa Di Nunzio, were poor farmers. Although they had little money, they were rich in faith. Fellow Christians, let us have this richness, or let us be rich in faith, like Padre Pio's parents. His mother prayed every day. His father worked tirelessly and even traveled to America for periods of time so he could earn money to support Francesco's education. From the time Francesco was a little boy, everyone noticed something different about him. What do we notice about you? Do we notice a difference in you? Oh, we see you as trouble where you stay. You might find you're viewing this video, you're viewing about Saint Padre Pio, but people around you see you as trouble. Let's change that today. Let people see a difference in you. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe, remember to like the video and turn on notifications. Well, unlike most children, he preferred silence to play. He loved praying. He often spoke to Jesus as though he were standing beside him. He also claimed to see angels. Later in life, he revealed that he had seen his guardian angel from childhood. Wow. Let's look into his call to priesthood. How did Saint Padre Pio become a priest? At only 5 years old, listen, at only 5 years old, Francesco reportedly told his family he wanted to dedicate his life entirely to God. As he grew older, the desire only became stronger. When he was 15, he entered the Capuchin Franciscan order. At 15 years, Saint Padre Pio, who was then Francesco, entered the Capuchin Franciscan order. Upon becoming a novice, he received a new religious name, Brother Pio. This is the current Padre Pio. All of you praise. He was born and called Francesco. When he joined the Capuchin Franciscan order, he was called Brother Pio. The name Pio honored Pope Saint Pius V. The Capuchins are known for their poverty, simplicity, prayer, and preaching. Brother Pio embraced this way of life wholeheartedly. His wealth struggles. From his youth until his death, Padre Pio suffered poor health. He experienced unexplained fevers, chest pains, stomach illness, and weakness. Doctors often could not explain what caused his suffering. Many believed God was preparing him through suffering for a unique mission. Because of his fragile health, he spent periods away from the monastery recovering, yet he remained devoted to prayer and his vocation. Let's look into his ordination to priesthood. On August 10th, 1910, Brother Pio was ordained a Catholic priest. From that day, his greatest joy became celebrating Holy Mass. Wow, I like that about the Catholic Church. Those who attended his masses noticed something extraordinary. He celebrated slowly. Sometimes he wept. Sometimes he paused in deep prayer. Many people felt as though they were standing at Calvary itself. The Stigmata. What do you know about the Stigmata? Have you heard of the Stigmata? Listen to it. Remember to subscribe and then like the video. Comment something you want to know about saints and faith. The Stigmata. Perhaps the most famous event in Padre Pio's life happened on September 20th, 1918. After praying before a crucifix in the choir loft of the friary at San Giovanni Rotondo, he received the Stigmata, the visible wounds corresponding to those of Christ's crucifixion. Padre Pio is well known for that. Search about him, you will see the wounds. But I'm also going to give you the pictures of him, the predicted pictures of him with the Stigmata. Yes, he bore wounds in his hands, feet, and side. These wounds reportedly bled regularly and remained with him for about 50 years. Can you do that? Can you carry the wounds? I don't know. Me personally, I don't know. But I think with God's hand on me, I can carry them. Since I'm not Padre Pio, then I don't know. Only God knows better. Let's see about the Stigmata. Thousands of people came hoping to witness this remarkable sign. Doctors examined him multiple times but never reached a universally accepted medical explanation. For believers, the Stigmata became a powerful reminder of Christ's passion and of sharing in his suffering. Padre Pio himself never sought attention for the wounds. Instead, he tried to hide them, often wearing gloves. Thank you, Padre Pio. I don't know why God chose you. I think we shall know by time. His life of prayer. Padre Pio once said, prayer is the best weapon we have. He prayed the Rosary constantly. Do you know how to pray the Rosary? If you know, do you pray it? If you pray it, do you pray it constantly? Many witnesses said they often saw rosary beads in his hands. He encouraged everyone to pray daily, especially the Holy Rosary. He believed prayer could change hearts, heal families, and bring people closer to Christ. The confessional of Padre Pio. One of Padre Pio's greatest gifts was hearing confessions. By the way, I also like giving confessions. I think I need to be a priest and listen to confessions. There is a way, after you've gone for penance or confession, there is a way you feel renewed. Padre Pio, you did a very great work in Christians' lives. Yes, one of Padre Pio's greatest gifts was hearing confessions. People traveled from every corner of Italy and eventually from many countries to confess to him. Sometimes he remained in the confession box for 10 to 16 hours a day. Thousands returned home spiritually renewed. Many believed he had an extraordinary gift of reading hearts. If someone withheld a serious sin intentionally, stories recount that he could gently challenge them to make a complete confession. His goal was never to shame anyone, but to help souls return fully to God. Thank you very much. Extraordinary gifts of Saint Padre Pio. Many people reported remarkable experiences associated with Padre Pio. These include deep spiritual insight, reports of miraculous healings, accounts of bilocation, that is being seen in different places at the same time. Were you God? I think he had this godness in him. A fragrance sometimes described as the scent of flowers associated by some with his presence, accurate spiritual guidance offered to those seeking his counsel. The Catholic Church has documented many testimonies connected with his life, while not everyone reported miracle has been officially verified. They contributed to his widespread reputation for holiness. Let's see about the hospital love of Saint Padre Pio. Padre Pio believed faith should also care for people's physical needs. He encouraged the creation of a modern hospital called Casa Cervello de la Soveranza, meaning home for the relief of suffering. This hospital is there in Italy. I'm going to give you the photos of the hospital and you'll see it yourself. The hospital opened in 1956 and became one of Italy's leading medical centers, serving countless patients while reflecting Padre Pio's concern for the sick and suffering. Suffering and obedience of Padre Pio. Padre Pio's life was not easy. At times, church authorities restricted aspects of his public ministry while investigating reports surrounding him. These periods were painful, yet he obeyed the church with humility. He never rebelled. He accepted every decision with patience and trust, believing obedience was part of God's will. Eventually, the restrictions were lifted. What were the final years of Padre Pio? As he grew older, thousands continued to visit him. His health declined steadily. Still, he celebrated Mass whenever he was able and remained devoted to hearing confessions. On September 22nd, 1968, he celebrated his final Mass. Father Padre Pio the Saint, almost every Christian knows or has heard of, celebrated his last Mass on 22nd September 1968. Early the next morning, September 23rd, 1968, Padre Pio died at the age of 81. Remarkably, many witnesses reported that the visible stigmata disappeared around the time of his death, leaving little or no noticeable scarring. How did he become a saint? Remember, this is the Saints and Faith channel. Subscribe, like, and comment about any saint you want to know about. Turn on notifications such that YouTube can give you a notification when I happen to post anything. Ask me about any saint or any religious figure you want to know about. Let's see about the sainthood or how Saint Padre Pio came to be a saint. After his death, devotion to Padre Pio continued to grow around the world. The church carefully investigated his life and miracles. He was declared venerable in 1997, beatified in 1999 by Pope John Paul II, canonized as Saint Pio of Pietricona on June 16, 2002, also by Pope John Paul II. The Pope had personally met Padre Pio as a young priest and later spoke of his profound holiness. Why Padre Pio is so loved? Millions admire Padre Pio because he reminds us that holiness is possible today. He teaches us to love Jesus deeply, to go for confession regularly, to attend Holy Mass faithfully, to pray the Rosary every day, to accept suffering with hope, to trust completely in God's mercy. One of his most famous sayings is, pray, hope, and don't worry. Pray, hope, and don't worry. That's one of the most famous sayings of Padre Pio. These simple words continue to encourage people across the world. Well, the story of Saint Padre Pio is not merely about miracles or extraordinary signs. It is the story of a man who gave everything to God, a priest who loved Christ with his whole heart, a servant who carried suffering with courage, a confessor who led countless souls back to God, and a saint whose life still inspires millions, including me personally. May Saint Padre Pio intercede for all of us, strengthen our faith, and lead us ever to Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I am Franco. I'm ready to serve you. Remember to comment asking me about any faith, any saints, as this is the Saints and Faith channel. Thank you everyone. Catch you in the next one. Shalom.